I want to talk about single malt Scotch. On Friday night, I noticed my brother had brought home a bottle of single malt Scotch. Now, my brother is Mr. Connoisseur of alcoholic beverages, and I'm trying to not consume as much alcohol. In fact, I'm not to drink with lupus. But every now and then I can have a drink, and I do. I said, single malt Scotch. I've heard so much about single malt Scotch. So many of my male friends drink that, but I never bothered testing it. There was so much more. We have our Jack Daniels, and we don't know better, and it's burning our throat and down our chest. Yeah. That was when I worked at the strip club. I was polishing up a bottle of JD every night, as do the strippers. They're also buying their booze, in addition to the punters buying them shots to try to get them drunk. And so I saw the bottle of Scotch because just a week before, he had bought Crown Royal, lots of beer, different beers, and so we have variety, we have options. And relax, honey, relax. It's okay. It's okay, baby. It's okay. Big dog behind fence, barking at me. Huh. So I said, let me try this single malt Scotch. I got a shot glass. I poured a small amount. It wasn't even a half, because I don't know really how it tastes. And I'm not trying to drink a lot. My brother also has sorrel with ginger beer, and it's really, really high content alcohol that he gets from his business. So, and I have to really watch it. I can't drink. Like, I shouldn't have more than a drink in a day, and possibly for the week, maybe 2 for the whole week, because I'm not a big drinker and my tolerance isn't great. I tried the Scotch, single malt Scotch, good heavens. Oh my God, this Scotch went down so smooth. It was like, that's Scotch? Why? It's not burning me. It's not making my throat and chest burn. And I'm not feeling drunk. I'm just feeling all right. Like it's like I just drank some tea. So I love it. I love it. Because I'm not some young person trying to get wrecked. Just want to feel nice, feeling airy, man. Just roll and smoke, man, like a spliff, and take a whiff, single malt Scotch. I said, wow, that's nice. So the following night, well, then that was Friday night. And then Saturday night, my brother came home, and he poured my mom a drink of the single malt Scotch with some kind of thing, something else. And he had as well. And he left the bottle. I saw the bottle there. It was a sizable, there was a good amount in the bottle. It wasn't much taken from it, because I hadn't taken much. And they didn't drink. He didn't give my mom that much, and you know what I mean? Like, it was just like a drink. Well, I saw the bottle. It was the line was high. And I went to bed. I slept fitfully. I slept. Woke up as I always do, very early. Early to bed, early to rise. And I go to the kitchen to do the tea. I get tea first thing. I see the bottle, single malt Scotch. What? It's more than half. It's almost like it. A quarter. It's maybe a little more than maybe a third. Huh? There's possibly a third left in the bottle. And I was like to myself, whoa, they really had a party here last night. And I heard my mom was watching movies, late, 2, 3, 4, 5. My mom's still up. My mom usually go to bed 4:30. So why is she still up 7, 8? Well, around 10 o'clock, my brother comes down and brings the bottle. He shows it to me. He says, Adela, do you know what this is? I said, yes, it's Scotch, single malt Scotch. He says, do you know what happened to it? I said, what do you mean? I thought you guys were having a good time last night, drinking and partying without me while I was in bed sleeping. He's like, no, I gave Mom a bit. I mixed her a drink. I had. And then he went to bed, right? He was on the phone for some time. Went to bed. My mom stayed up all night. We don't know that my mom is drinking single malt Scotch by herself. And she seemed to be hitting that bottle. Because by the time I woke up and I saw the amount, thinking that it was both of them that was polishing it off, my brother comes and he has the same reaction. And he thinks it's me. Because he's not thinking that it's his mom. And this is how I always get blamed in my family. I always get blamed for what all of them will do. My family do things and I get blamed. That's messed up, right? I said, no, baby. I never touch that. Actually, in fact, I did. The first night, Friday, I had a taste of it. But I didn't bother drink because I'd already had Jamaican beer, Red Stripe. So I had that. That was my limit for the day. And the night before, I had sorrel and ginger beer with that extra proof rum. That was my drink for the day. So here I wake up and I see the bottle. Wow, I thought it was you guys both last night having a good time. He says, no. He goes, no. He says, and I'm like, what? You mean Mom drank all that by herself? I felt bad, right? And my mom, I can tell when my mom is guilty. Because lately my mom has been, I've observed my mom lie to me over the last 4 years approximately. I know she lied a lot more, but I started to notice about 4 years ago. She lies, and she lies like a child. Like, I'm like, there's only 3 of us in the house. Okay, there's a bottle of Scotch, and I did not drink it. And the guy who brought it, he spent $100 on that bottle, by the way. 100 bottle of single malt Scotch from Japan, made in Japan. And, oh, it's good, it's so good. Oh my God, I'm ashamed to even endorse that. There's no name, I'm not gonna give a name. No brand name, but that's a good product. The problem with that is, I think it can fool you into drinking more than you would. If you drink, let's say the Jack Daniels or the other Scotch, right? Whiskey. It burn you that you're like, you don't want to have too much because you're wrecking your insides. So I'm curious about this single malt Scotch. If is it gonna damage the body too? Did they like brew it in a manner that this is why it costs $100 a bottle? It's so smooth, and I didn't smell it. You know, alcohol usually you can smell it. You can drink single malt Scotch and nobody knows. So I'm afraid that this drink is dangerous. Dangerous because I think it will cause you to have more than you ought to, because it's so good. So good. But anyway, so my mom, I believe, I don't know, somebody told me she thinks my mom has dementia. She works with the elderly. She's a support worker And she recognizes some symptoms in the way my mom has behaved with her. And I don't know, I've been around these women with dementia, and I could see it in a way. But they're generally not bad. But one thing I notice about women of that age, they love to drink liquor. Yeah. My mom has a hernia, so she really ought not to drink. But I remember being a child, I arrived in Canada, going to high school. My mom would have her bottle of cognac or brandy under the kitchen sink, in the cabinet under the kitchen sink. That's where she stashed her booze. And I recall several times being really shocked and a little scared that it was within 24 hours my mother had consumed the entire bottle of liquor. So, you know, I don't know. Are these women seniors, women in their 70s? If they don't use their minds or have hobbies and activities or belong to groups, clubs, organizations where they can interact and mix and mingle with their peers, I think it's a very lonely and sad life for them. We are living with my mom, so she's not lonely, so she's not alone, and we help, you know, well, my brother helps by bringing a lot of high-priced food and drinks, stuff that's not necessarily healthy for us either, but we're not going to complain. Are we gonna? Yeah, I complain. He brings a lot of greasy freaking restaurant food, and I can prepare much better, healthier stuff, but that's another story. But my mom, my little mom, was like an alcoholic. Good Lord, that's scary. She almost finished the man's bottle of Scotch. And then, so when he went to ask her, she goes, oh, I didn't know that was Scotch. She says, I thought it was some special vinegar, because you know you always buy these expensive vinegars and oils, olive oils and such. She said, I thought it was one of those things. But it's like, that's how I know my mom was lying, because she's saying she thought it was vinegar or oil. So how the hell you finish? Well, she didn't finish it, but she had quite a bit. How the hell you have so much? And you're thinking it's, so what, you were just drinking? No, she's trying to say she didn't drink any. So what would happen? I would get the blame, man. I would get the blame. Like, I swear to God, I'm the black sheep. I'm the scapegoat. I'm the one they blame everything on. I remember my sister taking my mom's credit card and going to a hotel room with her boyfriend, her friends, graduation at the hotel, and the whole family were accusing me, her mother, father, accusing me of going to the hotel and charging it to my mother's credit card. It wasn't me, it was my sister who's considered royalty, my sister who's considered a princess, queen, or whatever. I'm the servant, the slave, and the maid. And that is just to give you an idea of what it is like for the darker complected black people, how everyone loves to dump on us, including our own family. Because my mom said she didn't even know it was some single malt Scotch. So when he came and he said to me, do you know what that is? Because he's wondering why I drank so much. And I'm like, yeah, it's single malt Scotch. And he's expecting, like, he goes, oh, so you know what it is? I said, yeah. He goes, I thought you would think it was, vinegar or oil. I said, but I can read. I can read, and I do read, which is why I saw it say single malt Scotch, and I decided, hey, I've never tried it before. Let me try it now. But I certainly didn't drink as much. I had one shot and a little bit as a taste before I took a shot the next night. But wow, what is it like, for those of us who are not favored in our family. They don't love us. They don't love us. I believe my family now is just a bunch of demons. You know? Their meat suits have been taken over by demons. I think that's what it is. And I believe that is happening in this spiritual warfare when these evil demons are taking over our family members' bodies and doing these crazy things for which we are blamed. Let me tell you, if I drank the freaking Scotch, I would say so. There's no reason for me to lie. I would just say, hey, I loved it. I'll go buy you another bottle. Or here's some money. Buy yourself replacement. But no, I didn't. I only had a shot and a shot and a half. It wasn't even half a shot. But I was he didn't accuse me. He came to ask if I knew what happened to this bottle. Why is it like so much missing from it? Because it was just one night. And I was in bed. Did I wake up from sleep and just go guzzle single malt Scotch? No, my mama stayed up watching movies. And she kept going back and hitting the bottle. But how does she think it's okay to not even admit it? He says he didn't say anything to her. He didn't yell at her or talk to her harsh. My brother is a lot like that. My brother talked to me harsh once, and I do believe it was a demon possession because what he was doing and saying was really ridiculous. But thankfully I can defend myself when and if necessary. But yeah, maybe I should buy some stock in that product, eh? That Scotch is damn good. Yeah. I am Domina de la Pie, Mystery Sasha Storm. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Thank you and good day. It's so beautiful. I want to just stand out here in the sun and soak it up, as I have not had the sun on me for several days and I was getting sick. My body was aching. I will come back and talk about discovering the sun and how it affects us neuromelanated beings who actually really need the sun to thrive, to survive, to be healthy. And they're trying to make us sick because they're trying to unalive us en masse, right? And that's why there are these shenanigans. Look at the beautiful sky today, so blue. We have not seen that in a long time. And it's going to go on this way throughout the whole winter. They're going to keep storing the clouds, dispersing the clouds and covering the sun. I remember winters in Canada, because I've been here since the 70s. And I remember winters in Canada being sunny. I remember because we would have snow and I would be trying to walk. And I would say, oh, I need sunglasses. The sun hitting the snow is hurting my eyes. Yeah? Now we have no sun because some demented, wicked, evil-minded, I don't believe they are as we are. I don't think we are the same entities. We are not the same beings. You know, they say human beings and people. And I beg